Alright guys, welcome to another Patreon request, and today I'm going to be talking about a series that was requested for me to review by Jonathan Bermudez, and yeah, as always, if you want your Patreon request done, just go to my Patreon, hit the 4th tier, become a Patreon patron, and yeah, it helps me, it helps, get the word out, and also, I will do whatever requests needed. I got a few Patreon requests still online. But yeah, I've been meaning to get to this one. And what are we talking about this time around? Today we're going to be talking about a series that's been out for a while. And that series is none other than Netflix's Dracula. Now, fun fact, I actually was considering doing a review of this when it first came out, like 2020. When it came out last year. I think it was last year or late 2019. I was considering it. But then when I watched the show, when I watched this show, I was like, nah, there's nothing good I can say here. There's literally no good I can literally say here. People say, oh, it's the 3rd episode that kills it. It puts the dagger in it. It puts the dagger in the throat of this shit show. Reason why I'm saying this is because literally for a 3-part show from Netflix's Dracula, done by Mark Gatiss and Stephen Moffat, the guys behind Doctor Who and Sherlock, you'd think this would be really cool, but no, it wasn't. Literally, here's the thing. This show literally plays out like a Stephen Moffat bingo card. It legit plays out like a Stephen Moffat bingo card. Oh, major twists that you would have seen coming. Here's the thing. I'm so used to Moffat twists in his writing from Doctor Who. I literally predicted every single twist in there. I literally predicted every single twist. Oh, it's, Jonathan Harker, but he's already undead. It's Van Helsing, but she's a woman now. Every twist was fucking predictable. Every moment, I was like, oh, so that's happening. So that's happening. So that's happening. Now, I will say that the actor, I forgot his name, but the actor who plays Dracula in the show, and the cast is really good. They are actually really good for what we're given. And I will say that of the 3 episodes, the 2nd episode does try to do something cool of having... the story of the Demeter, which is going to be a horror movie at some point. So yeah, it was a neat there's a lot of neat ideas too, and the cast is really good. Again, I'm forgetting the actor's name who plays Dracula, but he is really good. Everyone here is really well done, but the problem is it's trying way too hard to be completely different from the Dracula novel. And that's fine. That's totally fine. I want more different stuff done with Dracula. I think we've done to death the original story enough times. We've legit done that story to death. Here's the problem, though, is that this story tries to do way too much, and tries, it's really like an act of desperation to be like, look how different we are from the classic Bram Stoker novel. It's literally like that. I don't even know how to even, anything. There's no semblance of, a story structure. Literally, everything is predictable. And the 3rd episode, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, the 3rd episode. Like I said earlier, that really just puts the dagger in the throat. That episode just puts it all, and an interesting idea. But literally, I was watching this and going, I feel like if Stephen Moffat watched Helsing. No, really, I'm convinced, because that whole episode and how it plays out literally is like trying to set up a Helsing spin-off. Because you've got Van Helsing's descendant, you've got fucking Alucard in the... Dracula, same goddamn thing. Dracula in the modern times. It's weird. And it's literally... I was watching this, I was like, this is just Moffat trying to do Helsing. That's all this fucking is. I was so so depressed because I was actually looking forward to this. I thought after how good Sherlock turned out and, you know, Doctor Who, I thought Gaddis and Moffat were going to bring, like, some serious A-game. I was legit hoping for, like, a serious A-game for this. For one of the great... For, like, a character that has literally inspired generations of horror writers and writers in general in literature, and one of the most iconic monsters in history. Yeah, I'm not saying this is the worst Dracula ever. I'm not saying this is the worst, like, Dracula story ever. In no way am I saying that. I am just... It's disappointing. That's the problem. It's boring and disappointing, and that's two things I can't abide. There's two things I can't abide by. You know, if your story is boring above all else, and also if you just try to, you know, make the source material into something it's not, it's like square peg in the round hole. I don't know what to say here. I really don't. And also, the Harker descendant sucks, just saying. I really hate this story. I really fucking hate this show. In fact, I was actually, believe it or not, I was actually considering, rewatching the show just for old time's sake, because as I was doing this review, and I was like, you know what? No, I don't need that. Everything I have has already been said. This is why this review isn't going to be that long, because everything that has been said about that dumpster fire of a miniseries, I legit do not care. So that's why this review is kind of brief, because A, I know it's been out for a while, and B, a lot smarter people have done reviews of it and gone more in depth for how bad this show really was. So yeah. So there you go, guys. There's my review, my long-awaited review of Netflix Dracula from courtesy of Jonathan Bermudez. Thank you, Bermudez, for being a Patreon on my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. I'm sorry this is not the review you probably wanted to see, but yeah, this was just so fucking bad. It's just bad. There's my thoughts. I just burped. The burp was more important than the series. Anywho, so as always, if you also want to have a Patreon video, a Patreon request video done, just go to the link below to my Patreon, and from there you can join the 4th tier and start messaging me for Patreon requests. I'm happy to do them. Also, check out the Patreon exclusive videos. As of this recording, I just recorded 2 new videos of a fight video and hero-villain mashup video, and that's also where my Star Wars Visions review was recently posted. So if you want to check those out, feel free, join the tiers. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I know a lot of people have been like weird, like, why are you putting so many videos on Patreon? I talked about this a few weeks ago when, you know, I wasn't doing so great in my life, so I really wanted to, you know, I really, really wanted to expand, you know. The death of every empire is the lack of expansion. That's always been like the case of history, hasn't it? Where it's always been like the end of all history, like the end of every empire is the lack of expansion and stagnation. I do not want to stagnate. And also, I kind of really fucking hate my job, so that does help too. So that and again, like I talked all about it, so there was gonna be stuff on Patreon that wasn't gonna be on here. Alright, that's enough. I'm sorry. That was a whole rant. I apologize, but I feel like I need to explain stuff. Anyway, like I said, if you're interested in joining the Patreon to check out some exclusive videos, just hit the link below. And other than that, I am Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.